Clan's thing is red. The new Harmonica's thing is red. The Vajra are red. They're all red. I don't have quick identification eyes. Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Theta, this is Lessons, and we are back with another episode of Macross Frontier. Thoughts?
Of the last episode, I think what's most interesting to me, even though there's a lot of focus on the romantic triangle, is really the relationship between, well, besides that, it's the relationship between Cheryl and Ranka. Because it's interesting, okay, it's interesting that Cheryl is encouraging Ranka, but because Cheryl's presence is such much bigger, she still kind of sabotages Ranka, even though she doesn't want to. In fact, she says, she offered the job to Cheryl, like to Ranka. And Ranka's like, no, I want to do it by myself. It's like, oh, fine. And she said, oh, my employee set up this TV thing. So, and I'm doing it, right? It's not like, oh, in another anime or something like that, if they were more, shall we say, at least in a position where they're fighting directly, right? They was like, oh, well, I got a TV spot, blah, 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 right? It's like she'd be flunked in the fight that she has TV spot. Like, no, I got a TV spot. You want to jump in and, because I know you're trying to do your thing. It's like, she's like, no, I want to do it myself. And she respected that. Like, that's what I expect you to say. You want to do it on your own. Good for you, right? But the offer still stands. And it turns out that when she says, oh, I'm going to go to the TV interview, guess what? Because Cheryl is the bigger star, she basically took the spot for her without even trying, right? So she's in the shadow. She's in multiple shadows. She's romantically in the shadow of Cheryl, right? But also in the repeating myself there, in the professional sense. But there's no inherent malice, at least from Cheryl, to Ranka.
Yeah. That's exactly what I was implying last time. The fact that Cheryl's the one that's encouraging her, but you can't blame her for following the course of her own career. It's not her fault that she's gotten the position. Also, when we know that she has Grace, is probably the one to blame.
But I don't even think Grace did it to bump up Ranka. She's just, this is what you do.
No, I'm saying that Grace is her manager, so Grace is the one who's scheduling all this shit.
Yeah.
So, regardless of intent, Grace is the one who's the reason that Ranka probably isn't getting the TV spot.
Yeah.
But Ranka's just in the hard work part of her career, which I guess we didn't really see a lot of with Minmay. Minmay was just a lot of regular work, but constant. Whereas Ranka is doing the hard work of, like, TV spots. Not TV spots. Obviously, that's what she's trying to get. But what I meant to say was, like, advertising roles and whatnot. Working her way up the ladder, where Minmay just kind of got jumped up the ladder.
Because I don't think there was any ladder. Because of the unusual circumstances when Minmay found herself, there wasn't really a ladder, right? The reason to get her to do the Miss Macross thing, yes, for morale boost, but also to look for the next star, right? We need to have something of our own that we can. And so Minmay won. So whoever won got boosted up. This is the way we do, right?
See, even you can't escape it. There is no ladder. She got boosted up the. Was it the slide? She got boosted up the slide.
The elevator, basically.
I would argue there is a ladder. There's just rungs that are missing because we don't have the rest of the scope to deal with, right? Because, like, Janice Marin's on the ship. Obviously, she's famous. She's up the ladder. But we don't have all the steps between because there's no Hollywood. There's no Bollywood. There's all the steps in between are missing because we're isolated in deep space. Then we get back to Earth and we're still isolated because we're not dealing with the entire planet. Then the planet fucking gets destroyed and automatically you're on the top of the ladder because the entire rest of the ladder got cut off and fell off. So there's still a ladder. Yeah. Just a really, really short, bad ladder. But Renka has an actual ladder because now we're back on the Galaxy Network, and you're not even competing with just like you're competing with Firebomber technically because we know they're still out there.
I mean, the music's still out there. I mean, but be like listening to old YouTube records, I suppose. Although YouTube's still around, I know.
Yeah, I mean, I was saying you're about to make an argument. It's going to fall apart immediately. So all I have to say is the Beatles, and obviously, I think you get destroyed in whatever counter you were trying to deploy.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, was there any other thoughts about the episode?
No. I did find the whole panty thing kind of funny. If I were 16, it would be hilarious, but I'm not 16, so it's okay.
I don't know. It's still pretty funny.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had experiences as a kid where I remember like losing all of my clothes in like a quarry, or technically, I got my clothes dirty. My friends offered to clean them for me and then just ran off with my clothes, and then I had to make a naked run back home through a neighborhood.
Yeah.
So it just has that quality of a story to me where it's like, oh, I kind of, she is not as bad off, I feel like, because she's wearing a skirt. She could, if you want, just pin the bottom of the skirt with her hand and make a run for it versus running naked through the streets. So, but it just has that element of like, oh, I feel this. I've been there.
Talking about that, you said, I also like that Cheryl throughout this is far more proactive. Like, we've seen other characters, Miyun. Oh, she later picked up a gun and shot at people, so she was proactive at the end. But other characters in this space don't tend to be as proactive. And Cheryl's like, oh, you gave me power armor? Hell yeah, I'm going to use the power armor. I might get killed using the power armor, but I'm grabbing the goddamn power armor and I'm going to use it, right? Like, bravo for you, Cheryl.
It's generations, right? The original ones were back from
in the 80s.
Well, the 80s with a 70s mentality. So, surprised we didn't get as many slaps in as possibly could have. But yeah, no, I mean, yeah, I get it. But yeah, no, it was a Porky's kind of episode.
Yeah.
All right,
in a good way.
Well, I mean, Porky's wasn't my
Porky's
generation's humor.
True, and mine too, but it hasn't aged that well.
Yeah, I mean, all we need is sorry, I forgot the guy's name all of a sudden. I get no respect. Rodney Dangerfield. We're all gonna get laid. One of those. Anyway, I think it's enough of that. Let's go ahead and hop on into the episode. More training? Yeah.
No, it doesn't look like training.
Well, at first I thought it was the Centrati girl, because she also has a red. She also has a red one. Obviously, though, when they got zoomed in, it was the dude with the harmonica.
Yeah.
My brain gave half a second trying to figure out a clever combination of words for harmonica and dude. Harmonica man? No, that's just literally harmonica man.
Yeah.
Well, harmonic man. I don't know. Harmon.
Yeah.
Harmon, and that's how I named my D&D character.
Sure.
We're technically Iron Claw. Sorry, you've only seen Harmon in one game. I play Harmon in like a ton of games back in the day. You can't help it. Mechanically, he's just a good build. Harmonica.
Okay.
What's harm?
No.
Harm. Oh, I was trying to. They're trying to imply harmon.
No.
Man. Well, you have to take harm. I mean, you have to keep the harm in there because it's harmonica. But harmonica, harmonica.
Harmonica. Yeah, no, it doesn't work. No.
I mean, it works. This is good. No, but does it work? Yes.
Oh,
anyway,
it works, but it's not good.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Because it works. You know what it says. It's harmonica and man. You can recognize it. So he's harmonica until he gets named. If he doesn't get named in this episode and I have to put him on the fucking board, it's gonna be saying harmonica. Just know that. So you better hope he names himself this episode.
ドキュメンタリーだがなんだか知らないが、なんで俺たちの練習の時間が削られなきゃなんねんだ。
感謝するわ。あなた方の練習時間を譲ってくださって。
何？あなたのような美しい方がお困りだと聞いたら、放ってはおけませんよ。
I told you he's a womanizer.
お世辞がお上手。
お世辞なんかじゃありません。本当にお美しい。
Also, apparently they do sell out their kids to social events anyway.
Yeah.
ミシェル・ブラン。そう、あなたが。
僕のことをご存知だとは光栄だな。
残念だったわね。お姉さん。
Uh-oh.
The problem's with having your braid tied to the internet, I assume. Well, I assume that's what was happening.
Yeah.
That she was cross-referencing the dude with, yeah. Oh, that's disappointing. I thought we were flashing back to whatever happened in his past.
お前がシェリルのマネージャーを口説く出しにしようとか、そんな半端な理由なら承知しないぜ。ギャーギャーうるせえな。
Okay, I'm gonna have a real problem with this season of show. We're using red way too much. Clan's thing is red. The new Harmonica's thing is red.
Uh-huh.
The Vajra are red. They're all red. I don't have quick identification eyes. Also, the Vajra is doing the damn thing that Harmonica did before. Well, because I thought when we first saw the Vajra that it was Harmonica. I thought we were actually fighting him. And I thought, oh, this is weird. We're just shooting him without, like, trying to communicate.
Yeah. So is it going to be that he shot his sister while trying to save her from something? Because it really feels that's what we're setting up for. That he's going to have a hard time taking the shot because of... He's rattled from what was said earlier. The fuck does that mean? I know you're dealing with shit, but I mean, I still want to go back to what you just said. That implies you're a one-pump chump. So Michael is a lot like Garrus, it feels like. In appearance, anyway. He's blue-coated and has that thing in his eyes for those sniper shots. Yeah.
度重なる戦闘で各種資源、特に水の供給が不安定になっている。我々が抱える問題はバジュラだけではないのだぞ。
ですが、窮乏をもたらしているのもバジュラです。フロンティアのみならず、全人類の脅威。我々はもっと彼らを知らなければならない。
Okay, Grace, what are you up to? That was Grace, wasn't it?
Yep.
嫌ですね、最近出動が多くて。
Shot in the dark here. Grace is tied to Bryler. Or I guess
皆が人類と共存の道を選んだわけではないのだ。
フレンドリーファイヤーなんて冗談じゃないぜ。俺を殺す気かよ。あ？何しかとしてんだ。なんとか言ってみろよ。
ダメです、アルト先輩。ミスは誰にでもありますよ。
ミスで殺されてたまるかよ。それにこいつはミスなんてしない。狙撃のセンスは兄貴譲りって自慢してたんだからな。誤射も血筋か。てめえ。もう一遍。
somebody has a glass jaw.
Oh, he didn't fall to the ground, so he doesn't have a glass jaw.
He bled in one hit. This is anime. Only weak people bleed in one hit.
But now,
I mean, I kind of get it. From Alto's perspective, that this dude's whole thing is about how great he is at everything. And then he almost shoots you, then it kind of feels like it has to have been on purpose. But for no reason. And dude won't tell you what the reason is, because he's giving you a fucking cold shoulder. You of all people know I get pissed off by that shit.
なんかバイトがすごく忙しいんだって。そうですか。残念ですね。うん。ランカさん？何ナナちゃん。今日はニャンニャンのバイト来られるんですか？あ、ごめんね。これから作戦会議なの。
It's that observation bias thing where you see one harmonica, then you start seeing harmonicas all over the place.
yeah.
全治2週間。お、ミシェルか？派手にやったようだな。随分。
いい加減なんだよ。どいつもこいつも。こそこそ影から撃つだけで、それすらできないやつが。金稼いで女にモテたいだけなら、とっとと二種面取って、旅客機でも飛ばせばいい。なんだってあいつこんなところにいやが
I mean, to be fair, he's got you twice now. He almost killed you with a bad snipe and then beat the shit out of you afterwards.
基本的に訳ありだ。同じだろ？お前も。
What is that doing? Oh, okay. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean, I get he's a sniper, but I don't think why the robot has to be. Oh, she committed.
I don't know. There's nothing in her hand.
I mean, it would have fallen off if he.
I mean,
committed
not.
suicide.
I mean, usually no. Not in a narrative like that. Usually, you leave the gun in their hand to imply that's what happened. Because you know, when I see that, what I think? Mystery. They should have been killed. With the implication to make it look like suicide.
私はただお前がジェシカのことで
関係ない。多分寝つけないのは一人寝が寂しいせいかもな。
またお前はそういう
それとも何？ クラ、お前が今夜相手をしてくれるとでも言うのか？無理か。マイクロンになったお前に手出したら淫行罪で捕まっちまう。
There goes a slap.
Also, ouch, I assume, to your own hand as well. Yeah, the problem with going all flippant like that is, what if she actually did like you?
Yeah.
And she's already dealing with the problems of being a child in a Micronight's form. We really do love playing this game, don't we?
Yeah.
You sure this wasn't made in like 2024?
フロンティアのって意味よ。だいたいそういうあんたはどうなの？もう軍隊に入ってるくせに。
軍隊じゃない。SMS だ。
私から見れば同じよ。
なのになんで学校に来てるわけ？っていうか、そもそもなんで SMS に入ったのよ。
I will say calling them the SMS and then talking about it on the phone has the same feeling as the like Archer with the spy agency is called ISIS before ISIS became an international problem. It's kind of weird that he fired an explosive sniper shot. I guess it also answers what exploded that other time that I had questions about it.
アルト、お前ミシェルのこと好きか？
Do you like him or like him like him?
ランカリーです。この度私デビューします。よろしく。
For half a second, I thought we had cat girls.
よろしくお願いします。お願いします。お願いします。
That's so weird.
お願いします。よろしくお願いします。
With statue of box head.
仕事です。さすが伝説のメイクアップアーティスト。まさかランカちゃんのお知り合いだったとは。
にしてもしょぼいわね。プロモーションならもっとやり方があるでしょうに。せめてネットを使うとか。
いや、それがですね。
Nobody's gonna use the internet. That's crazy.
すぐハッキングされて。
いいこと？あの子は私の大事な人の妹なの。あだやおろそかにしたら殺すぞ。
she got her back up.
This is what my bloodline has become.
Your bloodline?
Grindeck. Cyborg? I'm guessing cyborg. Well, they've already covered that the cyborgs are on the galaxy. And they've got the highest tech shit over there.
今回の任務はそいつを発見調査し可能なら持ち帰ることだ。手分けして捜索に当たる。早い者勝ちだ。しっかりやれ。了解。
ミシェル。
いいんですか？二人にしちゃって。
ビビるスナイパーも後ろを信用できんアタッカーも使い物にならん。
パープル1、アルファ1104のネストを破壊し、サンプル回収を阻止しろ。
Yeah.
Yeah, the eyes even look modified. Oh, no, never mind. I guess I was seeing them sideways.
ナンパ戦？
ビンゴ。
よろしくお願いします。ランカリーです。よろしくお願いします。
I'm wondering what the point of the little reptile creature is supposed to be. 'Cause my first thought is it like a baby Vajra or something. But they don't look like that at all, it seems. Now, just to correct me here, Formanica only slapped her, right?
Seems to try to kill her.
Well, it seems like he just slapped her gun or something.
He did that to him.
Again, 2 red suits, man, moving at high speed. This is like having Basara and Milia flying at the same time. Yeah, I'm saying there's no chance they were killing Clan. I had no idea how the fuck you'd snipe this guy. Except for when he's like doing that perfectly still.
That's cute.
Does her young body not age when she's not in it? You think that's it?
I don't know.
自分の上官で不倫関係にあった恋人を
あった？
間の悪いことにその直前に別れ話を切り出されていたんだ。
Oh, the implication she may have gone crazy and killed her former lover.
まさか。
ああ、誤射ではなく恋ではないか。そう疑われたジェシカは軍法会議にかけられた。そして自らの命を。ミシェルが探し続けているのかもしれない。フレンドリーファイアの真実をな。
I mean, it's entirely possible she did commit friendly fire by mistake. Did we recognize the voice that was sending him orders?
No.
Wasn't Grace?
I mean, look, it was distorted, so electronically.
So what, she was 23? Everyone's fucking 23.
Yeah.
Same age as Catherine. a weird little episode.
よく逃げなかったな。
It was caused by and solved by Clan.
よく撃ったな。
Caused by Clan?
She put it into his head, his whole sister thing, which got him messed up or riled up to the point where he missed his shot.
No, it wasn't Clan. It was Grace.
Oh, that's right, yeah. Yeah, it's still a weird episode.
でもいつかわかるかもしれない。そうだろう、姉さん。
See what I said, though? Mystery. They're implying it's a mystery, which is what I thought when I didn't see the gun in her hand.
Well, the mystery is whether she shot or not.
Well, yeah,
No,
but I mean...
why she shot.
No, I'm saying it's still an implied mystery to me.
Yeah.
If she didn't kill... Well, I mean, obviously, if she didn't kill herself, then somebody killed her, and then maybe why. You just follow it backwards. Now, you're saying if she didn't shoot into the friendly fire thing, obviously that would follow through on the whole mystery as well. I'm just saying that if you don't show the gun, obviously you're willing to make the jump that, oh, obviously she died, she must have just dropped the gun when she died. But my perspective would be, okay, we'll start the pan up from the floor then. You know, make it a mystery of, okay, there's blood on the floor and there's a gun, what's going on here? And then, oh, it's suicide. Otherwise, leave the gun in her hand so we know what the hell's going on. Otherwise, I think this should have been more than one episode.
I think this episode is more to show as character development on Michael than whether or not his sister, the mystery of his sister's death.
Well, it just seems like it's too close together. Like they're trying to bottle episode this whole Michael development thing. I feel like this should have lasted longer. Maybe it's the Macross 7 in me talking, but it feels like this should have been a longer storyline.
プロトカルチャーと人類との秘められた出会いの記憶が半世紀を経て
That looks like a familiar town.
次回レジェンド・オブ・ゼロ伝説
Well.
の歌銀河に響け
Well then. That image that I saw before.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And they did show us Zero not only this episode, but in an episode before that. So that's, very much.
But no, if
something
I
they're
was
aware
going
of.
to do this, I would have the friendly fire thing happen.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, you have to have Grace give that thing away at the very beginning for that to happen. But then I would just tie it in with something else to have Michael's development happen over the course of a few episodes with a behind or intermingled with a different story. Like, it doesn't need to be all paid off at once. I feel like paying it off at once makes it a bottle episode. It's like, oh yeah, that's the episode where Michael freaks out and then figures it all out. Like, that seems too quickly. I don't solve any of my emotional shit that quickly. If you rattled me with something from my past that I'll never ever share with you, and then I just freak the fuck out, it's gonna be a thing for weeks. I'm gonna be rattled for fucking weeks. Especially if I don't have somebody, to give exposition about my backstory from that past to somebody else.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be... obviously, time has passed there as the indication, but still, that's pretty damn quick. I'm now wondering, are you actually rattled by this? Because you got over it pretty fast.
Yeah.
You beat up a guy, snapped at a friend, and then got over it.
Somebody who is apparently into you, romantically.
Well, I don't know. I said, what if? I don't actually know if that's true myself. Because that does seem like the hurtful comment to make if somebody is actually into you. But if they're just childhood friends, that also just seems like also a weird thing to say. Well, because you can have long-term platonic
relationships, yeah.
Different sex friends, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
but
if that person doesn't see you that way.
Yeah, but this is being anime. First girl almost always wins, so...
Well, I mean, I don't know, because we haven't seen her tied to anybody in that way. And Michael's a womanizer.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think it shows that Michael is all talk. It's very superficial, but it does it to keep that distance. Like when she comes, it's like, oh yeah, maybe I won't sleep alone tonight. She's like, he goes like, you idiot. Like, no, this is not gonna happen. She doesn't think of him. She might think of him romantically, but not. How can I say this? It was exactly the wrong thing to say. She wants to help him, and he pushes her away verbally, right?
Well,
by
I'm just
saying
saying
this,
that I don't see them being the romantic tie together, which is what you implied a minute ago. Because
Well,
and you
it
even
could
said
be,
like the first ties. It's like, no, not really. We've seen
it could be
Clan
one-sided.
with
It could be,
Alto more than anybody.
it could, yeah, but every time they're together, and it seems to be at least one-sided, that she feels stronger about him than he does about her. He could see her as a childhood friend, like, oh no, she's my childhood friend. But she seems to be like, why would she go out of her way to like, oh, are you Michael's friend? Like, you need to understand the story for you to help him out because I try to
Because
help
they're
him out.
fighting
And
each
couldn't.
other. They're
Yeah.
all on the same crew. I mean, it goes the same way that Bobby's talking about people and whatever the woman's name is, the doctor lady, I can't remember. They just talk about each other all the time. I mean, I don't mean Bobby and the doctor. I mean, the group talks about the group all the time. She's part of the same group. Just something that they do. Also, that the fact that childhood friends. But I mean, again, that doesn't imply anything to me. You're saying that they have a strong relationship that's being shown on the screen, and it's like, what, when Clan is talking to Alto? Because that's just Clan talking about Michael. And then she goes out and sees him, and it's like, sure, but that's nothing no stronger than a friend would do. Because my first thought about Clan and Michael is when she tries to beat him up for calling her small.
Which could be a reaction of, why don't I want you to see me for who I am and not make fun of me as still a child. Right?
My problem that is an amazingly perfect thought to have, more than the show gave me. Just even if she had like done the windmill move that she does on him, and then like turns her head, like blushes, says "Baka" or something, that would have at least given me something. But she just windmills at him, and that's it. That's the end of the scene.
Yeah.
Obviously, now I have to suspect what you've said isn't actually wisdom of the ages, but is in fact wisdom of knowing how the show goes. I'm always going. That's the problem, right? That's why I've always called those sort of things like 0.5 reactions, because technically, you've seen it before. So, yours is a bit weighted, you're holding back some stuff, and you're never going to be able to say your first thoughts ever again, because that's lost with time. Same thing I would always do with Justin. If something I've seen before, but we're showing him for the first time, I call them 0.5 reactions. I cannot tell you what I thought the first time, because now I know the answer to what my thoughts were the first time. I can't reproduce that. So, same thing I think when you're telling me that this is like this, and here's a deeper interpretation of that one scene that you were just talking about. I'm like, that's damn good. That's pretty. Oh, wait a second. You've seen this show before. I could never give, like, if that was like right off the cuff, what you just said, that's fucking amazing, but I can never know. That's what I'm saying. You can never get full credit for any amazing thought you say.
Yeah.
I mean, it's true. I can't. The audience,
I'm not saying it isn't.
The audience can, but always in the back of my head, it's always going to be, is he saying that because of what I said, or is he saying that because of what he knows?
Mystery for the ages. Or at least for the end of the show, anyway.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, you can reveal everything, but at that point, it will also be how many recordings down the road you won't remember this conversation, let alone.
Yeah.
All right. Well, any other final thoughts?
Nope.
Okay, well, once again, I have been Theta. This has been Lessons. We've been Stoneface Reactions, and we will catch you next time. Bye-bye.